Well, good morning, YouTube. It is Sunday, September 7th. Once again, I am back. I just did a video on a quad strand parallel build in my 28mm Plume Veil. Okay. Now, it was a single coil build, 9 wraps, had too much of a ramp up time. It was pretty cool. It wasn't actually a hot vape or, very hot at all. Didn't produce the way I expected. So what I did is I went ahead and I just rewrapped some coils. I didn't do them on camera because I'm experimenting and it's kind of a pain in the neck. But what I did is I did a dual setup, okay, 4-strand, 26 gauge, parallel, 1/8 drill bit, okay, 7 wraps. So that's 28 strands per coil. Now, just before I did this, I actually added a second 9 wrap to this. Just before I did this, I added a second 9 wrap coil. And it was kind of hot. Produced pretty nicely. But I don't know. I still wasn't very satisfied with it. So, right now, here's the test. I don't know what to expect from this. I can't ohm it out. My ohm meter took a dump on my last video. So, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and wick this up. Let me show you how these things warm up. They're actually really nice now. Let's see here. They're even. Center out. Okay, they're actually warming up nicely. Okay, I'm probably going to guesstimate. The first build I did, the single coil 9 wrap was 1.6 ohms. So I'm going to guesstimate on this one. It's probably going to be close to about 0.5 ohms, approximately, being that it's a dual coil. Okay, don't quote me on it. That's just a guesstimation. All right, for this build, I'm going to go ahead and use standard cotton, standard organic cotton. Now, if you do notice, I did slant the coils. Okay. So I'm going to put a little cushion of cotton on the top of those posts because I like to drip to the drip tip. And by doing that, just like on my iGo W14, I leave a cloud of cotton on top of each coil. This way, when I drip to the top, it actually sends juice straight to the coil. Okay. And anything that overflows off of there actually goes to the bottom, which my cotton in the bottom then absorbs. I'm still not 100% impressed with this Plume Veil. It's great. It's got great technology and everything. I just still haven't found the primo build for it. I want to give it the benefit of the doubt, but so far, I just got to find the happy medium. The only thing about these coils is kind of difficult to wick them. Trying to get it to feed through. You really got to pinch this thing down pretty tight. Try to feed it downward and see if I can get a little love out of it. Oh yeah. I have the wicking pretty snug within that coil. It's not real tight, but as I'm pulling it through, you can kind of feel a squeakiness to it. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tuck all my cotton. I'm going to try tucking all the cotton this time. No, no, stick with the original plan. I'll fold that over. This way, when I wick over the top, it'll just come straight down that coil. I'm indecisive sometimes, as you can tell. For yourself, if you decide to try something like this, try different ways of running your cotton. You might find something better than this, or you might find something that works better for you. Everything I do is only my opinion. Just because I like something or don't like something doesn't mean that you got to do the same. It's like what my video or my channel says. I post whatever I'm feeling at the moment. Nothing in specific. Reasons I put up my vaping videos is just, you know, I've been vaping for, I don't know, maybe 8 months now. And I feel that I have come a long way since I began vaping. Okay, so here we go. Okay, we are wicked up. Actually, what I want to do is I just want to do just a tad bit more. Yeah, I've been vaping for about 8 months. I used to chew tobacco. I used to chew Swedish snus. I used to smoke Marlboro Reds. Not all at the same time, but you get the picture. And once I started vaping, obviously started off on an ego. Had no knowledge on tank systems, you know, the pro tanks or anything at the very beginning. Graduated up to a pro tank. Pro tank 2, actually loved it. Then hyper tanks. Loved the hyper tank. It's funny because a friend of mine would say, dude, you should get into dripping. No, I never need to drip. I don't want to drip. It's too much work. Now I can't even use a tank anymore. Although once in a great while, I'll crack out my K-Fun Light when I'm sitting on the couch watching TV or something. I don't want to have to keep dripping. But I will have it no other way. Nowadays, I have to drip. So much more satisfying. Show off with your clouds. That's when you're in public or in the car. People just break their neck to turn around and say, where the hell that cloud came from. It's hilarious. Actually, before I continue, I just want to verify my connections here. Make sure everything is still snug and tight after my burn-in. And it looks like we are golden. So when you're doing your cotton over the top like this, kind of like gluing it down, just wet the bottom of the cotton, fold it over, and it sticks like glue. And then you go ahead and saturate the top of it. I don't know what to expect from this build. You all in YouTube land get to experience it firsthand, just like I do. We are looking good. Now let's give her a burn real quick. Nice signature. Yes, sir. The signature is when it comes out in a V shape. So, let's go ahead, put her together, and give her a vape. I tried single coil here and there, trying to see if I can get used to doing single coil, but I'm so stuck on dual coils. Can't teach an old dog new tricks, can you? Alright. I got everything open except for the top airflow. For right now, I'm going to try it with just the side and the bottom air and see how it goes. Let's see how she vapes. It's hot. Get a mouthful of juice here. Maybe I should have wiped out my drip tip first. By the way, one of the things I did right when I got this is I actually drilled out the hole in my drip tip. Make it a little bit wider because the hole was a little bit narrow. Now let's go ahead and open up the top airflow. It looks like it's bumping right onto my cotton there. Alright. The one problem I'm seeing with this right now is that cotton on top is restricting a lot of my airflow. So I'm going to go ahead, throw this down underneath, do a standard wicking. Maybe I have a little too much on the top there. What to say? Maybe I did over drip a little bit, I can tell, but it was restricting my airflow from top there. So we're going to take care of that problem. I'm going to burn out some of the juice. Yeah, it's pretty wet in here. I overjuiced it. We're back together. Careful. Screws are hot. Okay, now I can open up my top airflow. Much nicer. It's a hot vape, but not extremely hot like my very first build. The flavor is good, even with the top airflow open. It's a hotter vape, I have to give you that. The ramp up time is not bad at all. We'll wipe out that drip tip one more time and we will get another couple more vapes on it. Vapor production is very good. I think I might have finally got my perfect build for this atomizer. As you can see, YouTube, it is producing nicely. The flavor is good. Let me try it again with the top airflow closed. I'm wide open on the Cyclops. Okay, wide open both coils. Bottom is open, right in the center there. Very nice. Well, that is my build right there. That is the build that I'm going to keep in this atomizer. Just like on my W14, the build I keep in here, and I cannot do anything else, is the triple 24 gauge parallel, twisted, I'm sorry, triple 24 gauge twisted wraps. Let's get a focus. This camera's a pain in my ass sometimes. Yeah, you get the idea. There we go. See that? Very nice build. That's a 0.3 ohm build. And it produces magically. Produces magically, not real hot. It's warm to hot vape. But the video is not about that today. It was about my copper Plume Veil. 28.5 millimeter. Sits nice on my Stingray. Nice combination there. It's already starting to patina. I've had it one day and it's already starting to get the patina going. Looking good. Well, folks, that's it for today. Have a great weekend and vape on.